Well, hello, Kingdom. Good Friday. At least it's Friday here, but it's always good, isn't it? So thank you, Kingdom, for being so patient. It has been an exhausting week for me, and the energy in the air has just been partying with me anyway, and it's been throwing me off my rocker a little bit. Summer quarter is about to start, but I have a week break, so I'm going to be doing a lot of readings for the channel and getting out as much as I can. So please comment below if you'd like to see any reading specifically. I will make time to do it. Right now, we're going to be doing a twin flame reading. I already know it's a twin flame reading because the Lord told me. And we haven't done a twin flame reading, so it'll be fun. It'll be good. We'll be able to see what's going on now, because I don't like to do them too close to each other, because then I just feel like, okay, we're gonna get the same messages until they start behaving differently, right? All right, Lord, let's pull in this twin flame energy. Twin flame energy for our collective. I saw the Wheel of Fortune there, and then there's Ace of Swords. Here comes King of Cups. There's definitely mutual desires. What's this? The Magician, and then this is Three of Wands in the negative. There's desires. I can't work with her right now. How am I going to have a new start? Or I can't work with him. How am I going to have a new start? You guys were adults. Flip the energies. You know who this is that you're talking about, who you're thinking about, and who you're feeling. What are these? Eight of Wands, and that Three of Wands came back out. Shut up, Lord. That's Page of Wands energy right there. Eight of Wands again. That's just completely twin flame. There's a lot of telepathic thoughts, a lot of thoughts that need to turn into messages. The act to speak is very much here. However, these wands, they're also our wounds. They're our boo-boos. It's what the truth needs to come in and tenderize with love and care and the Holy Spirit to be able to cleanse the flood. I love this because something that I'm seeing is this whole tornado behind here. And I never really focused on that before. But this Eight of Wands is stirring up these Eight of Twos on the back side of this card here. And there's so much mental interference. Now, it's not necessarily negative. It's not necessarily anxiety. It's just overthinking about this person. 222. Here comes the truth in right here. It's just overthinking about this person. And it's like you don't want to think about this person, but you end up thinking about this person. You know, you got your Four of Wands over here. 2, 3, 4. There's the Ascension. You got your Four of Wands over here. And then you got your Four of Wands over here. And you're like, okay, my powers, my masculine powers are good and my feminine powers are good. So I'm going to conjoin the 8 together and operate with what I can on my side, because I am the inner children to myself. Because if that 8 of Wands is here, honey, that automatically brings in the 8 overall major arcana. And so we have the strength here, the inside and the outside, the overall infinity to keep things moving with this ebb and flow. We need that masculine. We need that feminine. We need those inner children to bloom first so those royalty kings and queens can come in. 311 right there. So this 8 of 1 is bringing us in this overall new start, and it's telepathic. There's both very much messages of wanting to start together. You know, 8 of Wands also brings in this Cupid's arrows. There might be some new incoming communication that you're not going to be prepared for. You don't think it's going to happen. There's just 333. There's so much up here, right, when we have those 8 of 2s on the backside. But once we can handle our wounds, and once we transmute them into light with the truth, then what comes next? The 8 of Cups, choosing to walk away from what doesn't serve me or my cup or my self-love behaviors. And I'm going to gain access to what I'm walking towards in both of those 3 topics as well. And then the 8 of Swords comes, honey, and what you're choosing to invest yourself in, what you're choosing to separate from in order to gain what is really yours and what is coming. I love that so much. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. King of Pentacles, exactly. King of Pentacles. So if we're stuck in the Wands and the 2s with our twin flame mutually, these telepathic messages, right? And this King of Pentacles is coming in. That's our overall royalty. That is our pre-emperor energy. Well, the Queen of Pentacles is right there on the backside. So there's this separation, but it's really just this separation inside of you. And if your 8's not correct on the inside, your 4 and your 4, your Queen and your Kings in all levels, then how is it going to be okay for you in the 3D? 444 there. We have to be able to take care of this tornado on the inside so it can also be settled on the outside. And this separation, sweetheart, is just an illusion. The King of Pentacles is there. He's the head of the house, the chief, the overall kahuna. He's the new honeymooner until that emperor or empress energy can come in. But the queen and king, they're all cleared. They're all, you know, healed, cleansed. They're floods. They're there with Jesus. They've got their worth on the inside, and now they have it on the outside, and now they're ready to confess completely and move forward. Separations within our twin flame situationships are so important because it's able to force us to realize what we're not taking acknowledgement for, what we need to work on and heal our own selves, take control of our brain, because it's right here, the tornado, and every mental anxiety that could come in because of the feelings underneath that it's transmitting itself from. And these negative feelings of I miss them, and then the grief, and I'm never going to be able to talk to them. We have closure. There's unfinished business here. That is only because you're holding yourself there in those thoughts. So what happens, honey, if we just decide to move a little forward, maybe the opposite side of the spectrum, take those 8 of Swords and say, okay, what is the truth here? What is the facts? What am I assuming? And what is it that I'm assuming within these assumptions that cause me more anxiety, that cause me more emotional instability, because I'm creating emotional instability over something that's not even true. The truth here is that we're separated, but I'm also separated on the inside. So I need to focus on moving forward and becoming one with myself and my emperor and my empress. No matter if you're masculine or feminine talking to me, honey, you have 2 inner children, the boy and the girl. Okay, and they're here for you to give you this overall worth here. Justice there in the 11, and that's exactly what would happen. 11, 11. Your 4 of Wands here. And once again, we have that twin flame card, and it's right there as well, 2 by 2. Justice there, King of Pentacles, and Ace of Pentacles in the negative. Yeah, it really just feels like I have to talk to you. I'm your person. You're my person. I'm ready to invest. I've grown up. The time is now. I'm ready to be able to hear what you have to say in the truth, no matter if it hurts or not, because your truth is just as valid as their truth. And they can't invalidate your truth, 7-11, because they like their truth better. But you, my friend, also cannot invalidate their truth. And so when these truths are being spoken about, that's why that 8 of Wands is here, because it's really going to be intimidating. I mean, 11 is here with the Justice, those swords, but the page cards as well. But then we have that 8 of Wands that is that back door to the front door of the 8 of Twos. So there's just a lot of intimidation coming up to each wound. You hurt me because of this. I allowed myself to be hurt because of this. I did not know what I was doing, so help me apologize, because I didn't understand that's how I made you feel. It is completely taking acknowledgement for what they didn't know before. And when they take acknowledgement of it, all that God's going to give them is the wisdom, knowledge, power, and perception in order to move forward and to be able to say, you know what, we have great communication skills. I mean, they're positively right there. We have great Cupid's arrows because that always belonged to you, and that's why I'm coming back. We also saw this Page of Wands card, which would be right here with this beginning of this 11. But that Page of Wands, Page of Swords, Page of Cups, Page of Pentacles, we have to have a prince and a princess. So both parties are coming together in order to speak about what they want, in order to say, you know what, I don't want to live without you. I could, but I don't want to if I don't have to. And that Ace of Pentacles is right here to start completely over, to make that pre-emperor the emperor, to make the pre-empress the pre-empress empress. You know what I mean? But it has to completely cycle back within the past in order to continue moving forward. And it's not yet, but the opportunity and the potential is there. Ace of Pentacles in the top there. One more. That 3 of Wands. That 3 of Wands came back out. Shut up, Lord. Look at this. That 8 of Wands right here. And that 3 of Wands, that Page of Wands, 8, 9, 10, 11. And that page card starts right here with that Justice, that 11, 11. It's like all of the karmic debt has been cleared out. 9, 11, there's Jesus right there. Thank you, Yeshua. All of the karmic debt has been cleared out, and now both parties are being called from the powers that be above to come together in truth. There's a bit resistance here. There's a bit of, is this really what I want? And I don't want to hold on to the hope because I don't want to be attached. Can I have hope in a detached strategy? You know, it's like I have to move forward, but this is always a part of me. The Old Testament is always fueling the New Testament. It is always there. Let's do one more card here on the bottom. 10 of Pentacles. You are joking me, Lord. We have Page of Pentacles right here. We have Page of Pentacles right here. And we have Page of Pentacles right here. And we have Page of Pentacles right here, because this will bring in that Page of Wands. And if we're going to do that 411, we also have Page of Pentacles. So then we have to take consideration for what's on the inside, that Page of Swords and that Page of Cups. It's all here. 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups. That missed opportunity, sweetheart. And that 4 of Cups is there because that 8 of Cups would be there on the backside of that 8 of Wands, inside that feminine energy. If we have Page of Wands and Page of Pentacles, then we'd have to have the Page of Swords and the Page of Cups in between. Messages of love, messages of I'm so sorry, messages of please forgive me. Lord's trying to teach you, you are your own twin flame first. You must go through the self path to straighten it yourself. Forgiveness. And when you're able to do that, when you're able to allow the 8 of Twos to show you as you dissect them away and settle the energy back down, you'll be able to see clearly why the separation had to happen and what you're able to gain forward, honey. Because if we're stuck in the Wands and the Twos, all that's left to gain is good. Your Cups, your Pentacles, your love, and all your potential. Everything that the Lord wants to give you. There definitely was a missed opportunity here, and it is unfinished business. It's very hard to not want to closure with your twin flame, but you have to have closure first with yourself. And when closure comes in, it's going to be removed because it's finally peaceful, right? And then you're going to make room for so much more. So much more, because God's not going to sit there and allow you to have empty space, because guess who's going to take over it? All of those negative thoughts, those negative self-harm behaviors, all that toxicity that was accounted for at the beginning of this twin flame relationship. You know, there has been communication here and there, but it's never been the right time. There's been this, you know, I have to continue moving forward for good. I have to remove myself overall. But then here comes this energy back because it's returning to its rightful owner. And returning to its rightful owner is only going to be able to stay there permanently at one point, won't it? My goodness, Lord, how beautiful. All right, let's do 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, Lord. Let's pull on this 8 of Wands card. Let's pull on this 8 of Wands card. 8 of Swords? You are joking me, Father. Yeah. Now, if the 8 of Swords is here at the top of this pyramid, because that's our present point, right? We have that 8 of Wands. We've already seen that that's past energy. So now we're moving into this present, and we already knew that the 8 of Twos was there. This future energy coming in is that 8 of Threes, and it is so beautiful because that's exactly how this is going in your ascension. However, he's descending you at the same time. He's bringing your ego down. He's removing you and dividing you from what doesn't make you peaceful mentally. Because look at that. You could really just stand up and get out of that your own self. But you got your blindfold on. You need the revelations to come in, sweetheart. Your third eye is attempting to waken up right now, which also just brings us back to that Tower and the Star card. And I love that so much because the Tower is going to be 2 8s, 2 strengths, the masculine and the feminine coming together within and without. So we have 8 of Twos right here. So both of these twin flames are just so stuck in their own viewpoint, in the own illusion that they are. We saw that Magician card. Well, they're both manifesting illusions instead of manifesting the 8 of 3 and the 8 of 4. But the 8 of 3 is just here. It's on the next door, right? And this 8 of Twos, it's so telepathic. You know, when you speak out loud to someone, you're not even really talking about it. It's issues that you don't speak about. But then when you're up here and you're internalizing and you're trying to separate everything out, it's so much at once because you feel stuck. But here's the thing. This separation happened because of this, and that cancels these 2 swords out. I need to learn from this here. This was toxic behavior, not out of true love, and this cancels this out. I am gaining wisdom, knowledge, power, and perception about why that separation happened and how I needed to heal myself. And that cancels this one out. And that just leaves the 2 left to continue canceling out all of these issues that you have created in your head over assumptions. Lay down the facts, and it'll start to give you this process of elimination and release the grief that's inside of your chest here. Well, this will also help you in your mental capacity moving forward, because you yourself, honey, are stuck in such a fixed mindset, which means, you know, there's no way to go. There's no way out. It's either this or that. It's been keeping yourself stuck and holding yourself back and not understanding that there is another way and you have the right to be in control. And God's wanting to bless you with these gifts coming in, your inheritance, your worth, with this growth mindset. You know, there is another way. There's all ways out. Everything is possible. I'm able to motivate myself and move forward and understand what I'm going to do when I take control back. And honey, when you take your control back, this is your true self behaviors. And when you're operating out of your wands and your ego, that's your victim self behaviors. So both victims here, both twin flames, have to heal away from their ego in order to move forward. And that's what this present energy is. It is this shedding. And even the caterpillar trusts the process in order to move forward. That's very beautiful. He's still talking about your strength, honey. He wants to help you be born anew with this energetic righteousness truth that's coming in for you, because this is still all communication. Lord, what else is here with this 8 of 2s then? I love that so much. Thank you for having my back, Father. It's very much surrendering energy too. It's just this acceptance of there's nothing I can do about the past. The past will never be more than what it was. So no matter how much you try to continue a future, all you're going to do is hold yourself back, because that future is not what's going to happen for you. And when we manifest a future that's going to be negative, it's only going to keep us negative. It's only going to keep us re-traumatizing our victim, when God's saying, no, it's spiritual ejection. I'm trying to move you this way. And in order to move you this way, I also must move your heart. I also must shift your heart around, because the heart is what he looks at, dear. He doesn't look at their behavior towards you. He's not going to sit there and say, come on in, because you decided to make their feelings feel better over yours. He's asking you to forgive yourself and be gentle, and let's move forward in the growth mindset that you're fully capable of. And you don't need them or their validation or their control, their manipulating old behaviors, to do that to you anymore, to intoxicate you anymore. And you are the one that it begins with. You are your own twin flame first. This one, he says. 9 of Cups. We talked about that 8 of Cups. Well, isn't that ascension within that 8 of Cups? 9 of Cups. Isn't it beautiful? He's bringing your ego away, so you can settle in your heart as he remains this posture upright to be receiving energy from him, these messages of love that are right here in the cups here. And this cups energy also, honey, brings in this water, the cleansing of the flood, the love there. This brings in this Empress energy as well, which has always been there, because cups and swords is 2s and 3s. So it's internal as it's producing externally. The inner girl is here. I love that so much. Water signs are here: Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This could be who you're dealing with. It also could be your ascending sign here, your moon sign, I'm getting as well. Let's see what else is here too with this 9 of Cups. This is that Self-Love Cup Club card, and it's this one here. And it's really this potential energy that you already have. But as you continue to a process of eliminate these swords, these thoughts, and get them out of your bank here to make more room, this is what God's going to give you. He's going to give you that self-love cup club. He's going to show you that growth mindset. He's going to show you how your personality is going to actually open up to you, and he's going to rip that illusion off of that blindfold. You know, Isaiah 25:7, rip the veil off of all nations inside of you, all your kings and queens, to show everything that you are capable of. And this growth mindset is only going to fuel that. And that growth mindset is going to fuel that heart as well, where your mind and your heart are finally going to be one together, and you're going to be able to make so much better calls. You're going to be able to walk away from them on the inside. You're not going to emotionally keep yourself back there. You're going to say, okay, you know what, I'm just going to channel this love into myself, and I'm going to manifest this light to come in and love me. I'm going to manifest that they are healing and taking care of themselves too. So if the Lord ever does bring us back together, that it's not going to be the same repeating bullshit, but you will also be gaining the gift of discernment. So if they do come back, because we saw that 8 of Wands, you're going to be able to know, yeah, this doesn't feel right. Yeah, this just causes more swords and more wounds. And I'm not staying true to myself. I'm not doing right by God. So I'm going to focus on my self-love, which is this Tropic of Cancer. And as we're leaving our ego has to stay behind in the Tropic of Capricorn. So he's really just challenging you to say, come with me, child. I want to rise you above as he is risen. And if he is risen, you are also can be risen too. Let's see what this card is. Oh my gosh, 7 of Wands. Oh, Lord, I love this. It's definitely the pressure of incoming. Like, you know that something is coming. You're preparing for it. You're feeling it. Those telepathic messages. But if they're in the 5D, that means they must transmute out to the 3D. So this 8 of Wands is on the future part of this card here. And we've already seen that in the past. So it's just this, be prepared, really be prepared. Settle your mindset, focus on the self-love here in order to gain more balance within yourself, because we're looking at the 7 now. This is that chariot, the body of Christ. Within this strength, that 8 up to this 9. So that Jesus energy, he is driving your wheel. And we saw wheel at the very bottom there. What is this? 2 of Swords. Yes, I love that so much. Look at that. 2 of Swords, and that 8 of Swords makes 10 of Swords. All that anxiety and overthinking can be over as soon as you decide to learn these skills and strategies. And I can help you if you need it. Comment below. And to move yourself forward in this growth mindset. And when that happens, that Page of Swords energy will come in, which we have already seen from the very beginning. But let's go back to the 7 of Wands. I love this so much. We have that 7 of 4s, the 7 of Pentacles on the very opposite side. Also bringing in on the inside that 7 of 2s and that 7 of 3s. So you're really seeing now, I need to be able to self-love myself for any new awarenesses that come in. Anything new that I will now have to decide if it's a fact or if it's an assumption. Is it logical or is it emotional? And what is really going to serve me and what is not going to serve me? Because what is not going to serve me, I need to turn away from. Okay, this 7 of Wands though, honey, on this opposite spectrum, it's all there. We have to take acknowledgement for it. Is the 6 of Wands. You've already had the victory. You've already done it. You've already had the opportunity for closure. You have already had the opportunity to move forward and rip this illusion off away yourself as the true magician that you are. That 6 of Wands, honey, it's already there. That's why the 7 of Wands is feeling defensive. Because they already had the victory. They already had it. They don't want to lose it. 2211. They're going to come in and say, I had you once before. I don't want to lose you again. Can we talk? I overthink about you. I'm learning to heal and love myself. I hope that you are too. I don't want to be detached, but I also don't want to be attached. So how do I just be attached? You know, how do I bring the balance in here? Because the 2 is right here, which brings in that magician, that high priestess energy all over again, that feminine and masculine. How do I get back to what stables me? How do I get back to what grounds my body of Christ, my chariot, that gives me the strength and that helps me move forward in love? How do I do all of this? Because I'm doing it on the inside. It's all internal. But the projection towards the future is external, and that is what is still coming, and it will be good. Lord, let's see under this 2 of Wands here. Let's see under this 2 of Wands. 10. Oh, I meant to say 2 of Swords, and I was saying 2 of Wands. Very funny, Lord. Well, if the 2 of Swords is there, the 2 of Wands would have to be there, right? Having faith, this whole new start. But that 2 is divided into Wands. That 2 is divided into Swords. So we have feminine and masculine, feminine and masculine, feminine and masculine, feminine and masculine to keep all of our 4 going. I love it. So 2 by 2 there, which also brings in the 2 by 2 with the 8 of Wands and the Swords. The 7 and the 9 is what would be next because of that internal masculine energy to completely get going with that 3, 5, 7, 9 as we're looking at that 2, 4, 6, 8. So do you see how he's already moving forward for you? Even though we're still stuck in the 7 and the 8 here, he's already projected your pages. He's already projected your king and your queens. Bottom of the deck here, King of Swords. See, this works for you and your twin flame, honey, regardless if it's king or queen. However, this is that energy of being truthful to yourself. And okay, I'm going to put my armor on, and no matter how bad it hurts, I know that I have to move forward in the right direction. I need to be level-headed, and I need to be able to speak clearly to myself and confidently so I learn how to have these self-harm behaviors removed and replace them with true self behaviors. mentally and emotionally. I love this so much too, because this also brings in that air energy again, and this communication. And this is them. This is your other twin flame, because you are your own, remember? This is the other twin flame, whether it's king or queen. It's negative right now because they have yet to see the same thing that you have. You guys are mirrors. And if you haven't seen that you have the truth to stand up and say what you want to say, and no one's going to, no one's going to tear you down from what you want to gain here, then they're also feeling that, and they just haven't decided to come in yet. But the movement, because that 10 is coming next, it's coming in forward. They're going to be able to say it. Plus, this King of Swords is just somewhat nervous to come and talk to you, Queen of Swords, because they know that you're going to rip them a new asshole. But do it gently, do it nice, out of mercy and compassion and loving and caring, calming, kind energy, as an Empress so would. The more that you fight them, the more that you are defensive, the more that you're going to have to learn that, okay, it's not the time right now. I want it to be the time right now. So I need to focus on this in order for that inheritance to come in and be good. King of Swords, Knight of Wands. You are joking me. Yeah, that King of Swords, he's ready to come in and say, look, I'm going to tell you the truth. My Knight of Wands energy made me a huge prick, and it wasn't what I wanted to serve you with. But now here I am wanting to come back and serve you. Chariot, there it is right there. That 7 of Wands. So 7-11 is there. And then here's this Chariot. And look at, they're like, I'm no longer going. I'm no longer going this way. They might have a red scooter or a red bike. I'm no longer going this way. I'm deciding to go this way. Oh, this card wants to come out too, so we'll wait for that in a second here. I want to go this way. For the first time, I want to go the opposite route that I've never gone. I have to have a huge amount of faith and truth and protection behind me. It is a calling that I must answer. And as I'm so used to doing what makes me comfortable, I now have to regain all this Godfidence so I can go out of the comfort zone into the courage zone. And that's exactly what that 8 of Wands and that 8 of Swords is about. There is a lot of incoming communication from this old self to this new self. Let's see what this card is here. 6 of Pentacles. But we talked about that Pentacles, that worth coming in. 6 of Fours now brings in that Lovers and everything else. The 6 of Wands, which is right there on the backside. The 6 of Twos, which is 2 away from this. That 6 of Threes, which is the Cups, which is 3 away from this. And then we have 6 of Fours, which is that equal give and take on the inside and the outside, all because you decided to return home to yourself first, because you are your own twin flame first. But there's definitely movement forward, reconciliation. There is the opportunity to be able to give equally to yourself and to them, vice versa. One more on the bottom here. Chariot. Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. I love it so much. We see that Knight of Wands. Well, that's also 2 by 2. So here he's coming in his truth. They are coming in their truth. I'm sorry. I was a Knight of Wands. I was immature. I wasn't knowing correctly. I wasn't in control. But now here I'm coming back. I'm a little matured. I'm ready to invest. I'm ready to tell you these messages of truth. I'm ready to tell you about my suffering. I'm ready to tell you about my surrendering. And I know you've been going through it too. I want to be able to speak with you. And no matter what happens, I'm ready to invest however way that I can, even just to have you in my life. I don't want to lose you because I've lost you already. But I've already gained you too. That 6 of Wands. And if I can gain you once, I think I can gain you again. And I would like the opportunity on how to. The Hanged Man. There's that suffering right there. Plus that 12 goes back up to the 3, and that's that Empress energy. We also have that 3 because of the Cups. That 9, that Hermit energy. I love it so much. We talked about the 3, 6, and 9. The 3, 5, 7, and the 2, 4, 8. This is all blending these frequencies together and trying to transmute it to the overall root, the overall belonging, the Emperor and the Empress. And it's so close. It's so close. The more that you hold yourself back, the more that the so close feeling isn't going to be there. This could be you, sweetheart. This could be you, just so stuck, so stuck, so stuck. But you've already been through here. You've survived 100% of your worst days. You've already gone through the bullshit. And this is how much you have left to gain everything that is good. And you're afraid. You're tired. You weary sheep, come on home. You're so close. The Hanged Man and Temperance, and that is 2 by 2. There's that Death in between there. And that Ace of Swords, that was there at the very beginning. I love it so much. Ace of Swords also backdoors 2 by 2. The Ace of Pentacles we already saw. I love it so much. I'm going to pull Future. And overall, And then we will call it. They might want to call you too, because I said that. I see what you did, Lord. All right, Lord, future energies here. That Knight of Cups card came back out. It's very adamant. They are sure. They are sure that they want to come in and communicate. They are sure that they want to have one more opportunity with you. It's just, when are they going to do it? Are they going to actually say the right thing? Are they going to be truthful this time? Is it actually going to be the time to do so? And it's going to be up to you to use your gift of discernment if you are willing and wanting to. If you feel ready, just because they're ready doesn't mean that you have to be ready. You can say, you know what, I really respect you for coming to me, and I'm still hurting a little bit. I still need some more time because I don't want to re-trigger our vicious cycle. I want to be able to give you my all. If that's what you're coming in for, then I need to be able to do that too, and that's okay. Don't feel like you're rushing it. And if you feel like you're rushing, it's your ego that's trying to get you to do it, honey, and not your true heart. If this person loves you, they will still be there. They've been here this whole entire time. And they're only a knight. They still have to gain their queen and king. So there's plenty of love here to be given within and without. That Seven of Wands card come back out. My goodness. Yeah, they're just, don't be defensive, babe. I need to come talk to you. Can you just slow your roll a little bit? Like, I'm coming in with a whole heart that's still new. It just got cleansed by this flood. I mean, I'm flying off the arc to you, man. I'm finally so close. And I just don't want you to be egotistical when I meet you on land. I want you to drop the wand down. I want you to realize what we have here and that we're able to grow on it. What else, Lord? This future energy. Oh my God. That's Strength card. Well, the eights have been there since the very beginning. Of course, I mean, Alpha and Omega, of course, but the beginning of our reading here, honey. And then this card here is Five of Wands in the negative. So wouldn't that be a positive Four of Wands and a positive Six of Wands? But you're still operating 2 by 2. Five of Wands and Seven of Wands. And that brings in our Knight of Wands. And we've already seen that card too. Look at, I have the strength to come in, and you have the strength for me to come in too. I'm no longer operating out of that person. So when I come meet you on land here, know that I'm no longer that person either. You are no longer that person, and I am no longer that person. And the strength is here in the positive. And look at that. That tornado there, it's gone away. It is no longer yours. It is no longer the illusion that you're sitting in. That Eight of Wands is no longer going to be an issue. Look at that. That's so beautiful. I love it so much. Lord, last cards here. I no longer want to have strife with you. I no longer want to allow other influencers. I want to be able to say the truth to myself. I want to be able to apologize to myself in forgiveness. And I need to learn how to do that with myself so I can learn how to do that with you. Because if we're going to be together, I need to learn how to communicate. I need to learn right from wrong and be able to acknowledge when I was right and wrong and be able to even say I apologize, because this person's ego never let them do it before. And if they did, it was like, well, I'm sorry that you felt that way and that's on you. No, there was never personal accountability. And now they're learning that. Okay. That Eight of Wands, Lord, you are joking me. They want to come in, baby. 3311. They want to come in. They want to come in. There's no place like home. Bottom of the deck. The Lovers. 3333 is here right now. 6 and 6, which makes that 12, that suffering. Both twin flames are suffering, but they're both regaining their strength in order to come forward. They both want to come forward. Oh, you shit-a-rooney. Oh my gosh. I literally feel like I'm going to knock on your door right now and tell you exactly what they want to tell you. I feel like they're regaining the strength to do it. They know that they want to do it. It's just a matter of time and a matter of when. They know that they are very clear. And so when they come and do it, they need to come and come correct. bottom of the deck here. 9 of Wands in the negative. Exactly. I'm not going to be fearful. I'm not going to let myself hold myself back anymore. Also, 9 of Wands, this is very funny because that brings in that hermit, that Jesus energy, the inside, like when the inner children can meet and bloom, right? And be cleansed and flooded, because there's always a wedding. There's always Jesus looking for the bridegroom energy, which is that 9s. We already saw the 9 of 3 and the 9 of Wands is there. So here he is coming with cups and messages of love as he's loving himself, knowing that you are loving yourself too. And he's no longer going to be allowing himself to stay stuck in one place, because the 9 is divisible by itself. The 9 of Wands is both being projected away and given 9 of 3s to continually divisible yourself by self-love. And that way, as you overflow your own cup on the inside, then you can overflow their cup on the outside. Ace of Wands. We saw that Ace of Pentacles, that Ace of Wands now, and that Ace of Swords. All that's left is that Ace of Cups. All that's left is that Ace of Cups, and it's right there, baby. Right there. Last card. 4 of Pentacles. We talked about that 4 of Wands and the overall 4 being our control, and this Emperor energy right here, ready really to come in and balance it and ground it. We saw that 4 of Cups. Here's what I have to offer, because I no longer want a missed opportunity with you. I have an opportunity with you. I've never had a missed opportunity that wasn't able to be reproduced on to be a new opportunity. I would like a new opportunity with you. And that Hanged Man came back out. I can't gain my control because I'm suffering over losing you. I need to be able to gain you back. That's a lot of Wands. It's a lot of truth that needs to be said. A lot of fear. Page of Pentacles. There it is right there. And that King of Cups card. Look at, he's going to upgrade as soon as he, look at this. I'm no longer suffering. I'm going to gain my control. My inner masculine, my inner boy is going to meet my inner girl because she came first. And once that happens, he's going to upgrade. He's going to go through spiritual development, ascension, realigning with himself even more, because that Queen is there. If that King of Cups is there, the Queen of Cups is there first. And we already saw her projected with that 9 of Cups. Beautiful. There just needs a little bit more time. I'd say 1 to 3 months here. And that wheel. What goes around comes around. We saw that wheel at the very beginning. And look at, it's on your house. The 4 of Wands. The security and the stability. And you know that they're coming in, and we see it clearly. We see it clearly. The Sun in the negative. Yep, it just has yet to be accepted. It just has yet to be accepted. Let's wrap it up. Let's do the Love Oracle deck. I love it so much. Let's see what's under that Sun, actually, he said. Knight of Pentacles. So that page, I'm going to come in and just give you everything I can. This is what I have to offer. What else would you like? The Butterfly in the negative. Inner child healing. Once the inner child healing is over, they're going to come in. And it's very close, honey. It's very close. We've already talked about that butterfly. We talked about the caterpillar trusting the process. We talked about it. We talked about the metamorphosis and the transmuting of energies here. All right, Lord. Last messages here with this twin flame energy. How beautiful. They desire you so much. They desire you so much, but they never could imagine that they could desire someone else, to the point where they still desired you deep down below on the back burner when they still were dealing with other wands. Let's see here. Abundance in the negative. Yeah, this inner child healing. When you're not allowing yourself to move forward. Remember that tornado there, you're blocking everything that's coming in for you. Remember I said, Lord is going to find empty space in your heart, and he's going to fill it with the good stuff, with the good juju right here. Last messages, Lord. Let's see. That butterfly came back out. Free yourself, I just heard. Photograph. Free yourself from the old ways, the old truth, the old memories, the old photos that you keep looking at, the old deleted scenes that you keep replaying in your head about them, because you're going to be able to replace them with better memories. What's better to come? What's good? The power of love versus the power of fear, and everything that belongs to you. Here's the deal, is when we're wanting this true love to come in with our twin flame, how are we always going to be able to move forward if we're expecting the salt? What happens when the sugar actually comes in? Are we going to be willing to accept it? We don't want that chance to pass us by, because we already saw that 4 of Cups. Last card. Wedding rings. I knew it. I felt it. This one's coming out too. Let's see. Passion there in the negative. Ooh, we said honeymooner. I said honeymooner. That's very funny. Passion in the negative, lightning. Yep, here it comes. That shock, bottom of the deck. Soulmates. You have the power and the potential. I hope you utilize it, and I'm here to help you. Love you. Wounds into light.